Here we go. We're going to do it again. Pulling those old school 12-inch singles from the shelves. And we're about to have some fun. Let's dig into it. First up, we have JWB Hits The Beat. This one's called One Day in My Life. Used to have this back on a mixtape back in the day. Probably, I don't know, about 5, maybe 6 years. I never knew the title of this song. And the artist was JWB Hits The Beat. This came out 87 on West Side. Really good song. Good synth pop with a twist of new beat. This is T42. Good synth pop called Desire. This track, I think, was 92. Let's look. Yep, 92. This sounds more like the late 80s to me. It's a really good song. Celebrate the Nun. This is Patience. This is out of Hamburg, I believe. Yep, Hamburg. Came out in 91. And this too sounds more like late 80s. This is some really good synth pop. Kind of a rarity. Back in 88, Celebrate the Nun had one called Will You Be There? That's a really good one. This took me 9 or 10 years to find. Back in the day, never knew it was called. And, of course, thanks to the internet with LimeWire, FrostWire, Napster, all that good stuff. Now I finally got a copy. And I want to say some of the Celebrate the Nun CDs and albums are very expensive. So, kind of a rarity. So, if you ever get opportunity to get Celebrate the Nun, it's going to be a good one. Here we got PsychoSonic. This is called Welcome to My Mind. I mean, look at this cover. Look at all the heads on there. It's pretty crazy. This is a really good one. This is 93 off of TVT Music. Really good record label. Good techno music. Here we got The Hunger. This one is called Tonight. It's a promo copy here. I'm going to show you another record from the 117s that I never realized that. See, this one's synth pop, and the other one I'm about to show you is more industrial EBM. The Hunger, this is a group out of Houston, Texas. Cause and Effect, What Do You See? Good synth pop from 1990. I want to say this one was also released on The Art of Mix. Here we go. I did this for Slip. He made a comment last time about the Tandem records. Here we got Mr. Cameron Paul, Sexy Dancer, off of Tandem Records. I think this one came out 88 or 89. Okay, let's go over to the 117s, and I'm going to show you the record I was talking about. Here it is, The Hunger, called Shock. This one might have been 89 it came out. This one's more industrial EBM music, and the other one's synth pop. When I heard The Hunger did both songs, I didn't think it was the same artist, so that was a discovery for me for sure. So sometimes you just never know. Big Audio Dynamite, The Bottom Line. Really good. There he is, Mick Jones of The Clash. It's a good song right there. Now, synth pop. This is probably the most smooth synth pop song that I have in my whole collection, called No Promises by Icehouse. Came out in 86. Really, really good song. Really long intro. I mean, it just, I think it's, 117 or 116 beats per minute. It just mixes so good with any other synth pop song or freestyle song. Just so good. Let's go up to 118. We got Sugar Scoop Records. This is the two sisters called B-Boys Beware. Came out 83. This one right here, to me, this song was way ahead of its time. And you know that song by Dynamite 2, Bass Generator, with those synths and beats in there. And this is the very first song. This is where they got the inspiration. Well, one of their inspirations from Bass Generator was this one, 83 off of Sugar Scoop. B-Boys Beware. If you don't know what it sounds like, pull it up right here on YouTube. Now, we talked about the Noel album before, and this is another 12-inch single off his self-titled back in 89. This one's called Change. Good freestyle tune. Different than the other tracks, but it's really good. Big fan of this song when it first came out back in 82. Third Commissar, After the Fire. Here we got Falco. Just a good song. I mean, just one of those songs, you know, when it came out in 82 was so unique. Like that a whole lot. Let's see what else we got. Here we got some Yaz. This one's called Situation. And this is off the album Upstairs at Eric's. And it had another one called Don't Go. Got lucky on this one. This is the Depeche Mode Mega Mix Part 1. This is the mix of 13 minutes. This one came out in 90. I had a Depeche Mode mix that I listened to and I love it a whole lot. And from this mix right here, that's where a lot of my Depeche Mode collection derived from, is this mega mix right here. If it wasn't for this mega mix, I wouldn't discover all these other real early Depeche Mode songs. So, yeah, thank you for putting this out on Own You Sound record label. Here's another one that is one of those mixtapes a DJ had, one of those late night club hits. This one's called Moving by Marathon. Not sure when it come out. I think it was 92. Yeah. Kind of like acid house, kind of techno. Really, really unique. Always liked this song. So I'm very happy to have it in my collection now. Now this one right here came out 88. This is called Action by The Alliance. This is off of Freshline Records. Now, this one right here, the album, still on my want list. Been on my want list 7 years. The price is still way too high. The album goes for like $120, $130, $150. I've never seen it come down yet, but one day it will. One of the comments, one of the listeners was talking about Front 242. Now I got a story behind this one. Front 242. This one's called Interception. The song that I love a whole lot is right here. Quite Unusual. Let me get the focus right. I think this one came out in 87. In 88, this mixtape I had this song on here, Quite Unusual. I never knew. I wasn't really into Front 242 back in the day until later. I start liking all this stuff. What a great band this is. I mean, their music is so good. Front 242. And this song right here kind of hit it off for me. Quite Unusual. Jam Pack record label. This is 9/11, 24/7. This is the one that says 7 days a week without any sleep. Came out 86. Probably my favorite on Jam Pack. Let's do 3 more. Everybody remembers this. This is a club anthem right here. The Shaymin, Move Any Mountain. 91. I don't know. I could have swore I heard this in the clubs back in 90. I don't know if it was first released in 90 and this is maybe a reissue in 91. But I tell you what, man, all these mixes on here are just fantastic. I love this song a whole lot. I love the Shaymin. Good classic stuff there. Now, this one right here, this is Dino. You know, Dino gave us In the City and Summer Girls. This one came out in 88, and it's called Nighttime Love Kind off of Mainframe Records. And I showed you that one of the early Summer Girls that I had came off of Mainframe. This particular track right here was not released on the LP. So I think this is the only 12-inch single that you can get. I don't know if it was released on anything else, but it's the only one I ever had. One more record. We're going to save it for Miss Sandra right here. Heaven Can Wait. My favorite song by her. So good. First heard it on a mixtape from Club 6400. A guy brought back. Good friend of mine. And this record right here, I mean, I love her voice. So good. I did a little research on her. She was married to Michael Cretu of Enigma. Remember, they had Sadness Part 1, Return to Innocence, Mea Culpa. I mean, just love her voice. I got a CD. I love it. There's more songs I want to get by her, but very happy to have this one. So that's the last record we're going to show in this part. I hope everybody had a good time, and thank you so much for all your comments. I really appreciate everything, and we'll get back to doing some more digging. Thank you so much.